Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. When I was growing up, and I was a teenage boy, I was trying, to understand what life is, who's who, what's what, how you should behave, what kind of behavior you should employ in certain situations. I was trying to get guidance. So I was reading a lot what some very smart people said and wrote. And in one of these books that I was reading, I remember I read this little note saying, small people have or deal with small problems. So people that are small, like, you know what I'm talking about, dense, have problems that are low quality problems. And unfortunately, I have to apply that to a country that I love, and not the country overall, but the politicians, the democratically elected politicians of that specific country, and that is the United States of America. Because their vision is short-termed. It's a vision of a găinar. In Romanian, găinar is a petty thief, a guy who, deals with stealing chicken, or hands. So găinar is a petty criminal or someone that really, a pocket picker, that kind of, you smack him around and that's it. So it seems like the United States politicians, guys in charge of us, are like that. And I will show you here what Russia, North Korea, Iran, China, just to mention a few, what they do strategically and what these guys in charge of us are focused on. So the big picture is this, I would say, almost alliance between these four allies. I'm not going to call it axis for a change, okay? These guys and many others with the formation of BRICS, the developing countries organization, Shanghai Cooperation Organization, and many others. These guys, they're busy with snipping our balls or making sure that the right pronoun is in place, or I was offended, where is my safe space? And now, with whatever happens in Gaza/Israel, that should be, no offense to anyone, should be a no issue for the United States of America. If you want to have big problems or look at the big issues in front of you, China, Russia, North Korea, Iran, just to mention that, and you deal with a 10 million people country, Israel, in a location without oil, Israel doesn't have anything, no resources, with Gaza, and you have to deal with that. You put your focus on that, while the other guys, the big picture is growing bigger and bigger, the issue for you. Remember when they woke up about 2 years or 3 years ago? It was Carson. He woke up first. China is our problem. China is our problem. And Russia, no, it's Putin and Russia gate. And that's it, the elections, Trump bad. Trump said we grab women by the pussy and all that. That was their focus. And those guys they're being in a military alliance, they don't say it, for about at least 10 years already, and they're growing stronger and stronger and stronger. I'm talking about the Chinese and the Russians. And now what do we have? This is what we have. A big problem, this is just a symptom of a problem. But you are sending troops, you send aircraft carriers and destroyers in the Red Sea and in the Eastern Mediterranean to make sure that thing that should not interest the United States politics at all, we are invested in that. So let me show you what happens in the big picture of things right here. North Korea provides over 1,000 containers of military equipment to Russia. Well, don't look at the 1,000 container. Look at how did they get there. How that Russia got so close to North Korea is because just the infantile explanation these guys will provide is that's what bad people do. And that would suffice. But for people like you and I, that doesn't suffice. Why? Because we're not baboons. Okay, we're not weasels. But it's okay. They're not focused on us. They don't want to convince us. They have their little group over there of people, the baboons below 86 IQ. Some of them are very intelligent, if you believe it or not. Some of them are university professors. Some of them are scientists. Some of them are accomplished people. So sometimes you think this guy is a weasel, intelligent weasel, or he's just playing, knowing what's going on, but he chooses that's his interest, or he's just Moses, Noah, lived until 19 years of age, that kind. Oh, okay, all right. So here we have North Korea and Russia, and we are focused on Israel. That should show you the priorities of a small brain. The small brain, which is the guys right here. I don't think they're small brain. I think they're all, not all, I can't say all because I don't know them, but I see the policies. Vested in one little thing, as is the end of the world, is survival of the US. That little thing. And these guys are sending, according to them, military equipment to Russia to fight us over there them in Ukraine, unprovoked. So let's go and read a little bit this article here and get some details. I got one more. Yeah, by the way, Kim Jong-un, the woodchuck, says ICBMs, across Japan and wherever he sends them. But it's okay. We are focused on make sure that Houthis are fucked up because they attack Israeli interests, and we have to. They disturb our commercial traffic in the Red Sea, which is true. But why? Because those guys in October 7th, we are supposed to think. North Korea has transferred over 1,000 containers of military equipment and ammunition to Russia for use in the war against Ukraine. How did they get there? Because you're focused on idiotic other things. And you're ideologue. You're not a person who really wants to make sure that this country is safe and prosperous. Smith mentioned that this information is corroborated by satellite images showing the movement of these containers from North Korea to Russia via cargo ships. Okay, too late. And as a result, we've been very strong in our condemnation, okay, suck another one, for the DPRK or the DPRK for providing that kind of equipment to the Russians, which no doubt will be used to attack the Ukrainian people. So citizens, how to call them, civilians and babies and old people and orphanages and schools, and yeah, okay, I know the okay. Again, it makes me vomit when I hear these guys using this kind of cheap squeeze of your cock to get some of so your empathy like that. No, I have no empathy for lies, and they should also be put in the box of the accused when we're talking about the Ukraine war. Okay, not only that and that and that. Okay, you're invited to. You're invited to. So it says here that Ukrainian people, Ukrainian cities, and further Russia's illegitimate war. Smith. Okay, Smith. I don't think he's. I don't even know the guy or whoever. Let's go to the next article here. It's too idiotic. It's just it drains your energy and your. I know. It's just North Korea supplies more than 1,000 ammunition containers to Russia. U.S. ambassador to NATO. Why? Because they're just evil, right there. Can you tell? The U.S. has information confirmed by satellites. The U.S. Intelligence community gave us this information. Yeah, okay, then again, makes me vomit. Even if that happened, why? You own a mirror? No, they will not do that personal introspection whatsoever. Confirmed by satellite images, North Korea has shipped more than 1,000 ammunition containers to Russia. U.S. Ambassador to NATO Julianne Smith, who was a woman, at a briefing. Anyway, so they have the information, they know everything. Why is it too late now? Because it is too late. Those guys are in cahoots right now, making a little bit of love. And again, you missed the opportunity because you're dealing with small problems. How did we get to that point? I mean, if you want to conquer the world, which these guys want, to take over the world, which these guys want, in the name of the interest, not in the name of the United States of America. Remember, for my viewers that disagree with me and that they think that I'm generalizing the United States, I'm talking about those guys elected by us that were put forward for us to have the freedom of elections, but the people that we're going to vote are already pre-picked by those guys that I'm talking about. And those guys with the money have the mass media, and they have some campaign donations. In other countries it would be called bribes, but here no, specifically over there it's not. If I give you this so you can promote that, then it's anyway. You're not going to go into the details, right? Those guys over there I'm talking about. And how did they get to that point? Somehow we should bear responsibility. You should have some responsibility for that. You can just say, well, it just happened. Someone allowed that to do. Remember 1965, it was a vote that allowed a shift in immigration, pushed by 2 senators. I want you to look for those senators. One was a Kennedy. I think the guy who was with that woman in the car. Remember that one? Okay, Teddy, was it his name or something? Okay, that guy, the lion of the Congress. Oh my God, of the Senate. It was a joke, the lion. I think he pushed it with another guy. Go and get his name. And I urge you to look at his private life. See how who he was. He was Zelensky Stein. They pushed for that. Everything would be good. Right? Everything. They left it. The guys in 1965. If you were in 1965 above the year 30, because I would say, okay, year 30, you kind of, all right, maybe you're better and you get it at 20 or 22 or 25. But I just generalize it. From 30 up, and you allowed that, then you're responsible for what's going on. That's one sign. Just one. You destroy the society. And then the open society, not open society, is what they call it. What her name is, the Great Society, wasn't it? Lyndon Johnson, another garbage, and many other garbages. The people who were alive then, they said, hey, it's okay, I still have beer in the refrigerator, I watch stupid shows, it doesn't hurt me at all. Now you see those things. You got these guys who grabbed this country by the balls a long time ago. I mean, this didn't happen just in 1965, just as a moment. So again, we are all responsible. Even you are, as I am. I'm a Johnny-come-lately, but at least, I'm trying to do something. You do something. Don't tell me you pay taxes. Because our taxes could go to the military to fight someone else's wars. You know what I mean? And those are not, and they say it's for you, to defend you, protect you from Putin and Kim Jong-un and Xi Jinping and Raisi, or whatever is named the president of Iran. My friends. Anyway, here it is. How did we get here? Small people with small problems, small issues. Deal with small issues. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.